What's up, everyone? I'm going to give you another quick tip. This time it involves chakra work. When you have a specific need to use your chakras, you don't need to open all of them up at once. Let me give you an example. If you want to speak from the heart, what you want to do is you want to open your heart chakra and you want to open your throat chakra. And you don't have to open any other ones because, that could mess up the purpose of your chakra work at that moment. Before you go on stage or whatever public speaking you want to do, that type of thing. So it's good to open up certain chakras for certain needs at the moment. So I just thought I'd throw that quick tip out there. Dark blessings. So what I'm going to tell you is just to be aware of your surroundings and what you use. Keep in mind that everything you come across has different energy attached to it, from either where it was placed or who owned it. Everything gives off energy, whether it's, fruit, whether it's food, crystals, candles. Like I explained about pears before, you put a bowl of pears in the middle of a table in a home, and everyone's going to start fighting. But if you put oranges, a bowl of oranges, people are going to get along. It brings good luck. Just be aware of your surroundings, even crystals, everything, crystals, as they harden, they have certain elements infused in them, which affects the environment around them. So just be aware of your surroundings. So today I'm going to tell you about keeping your altar clean. And reason I say that is because let's say that when you invite somebody over and you have them sit at the dinner table, you didn't clean the dinner table off from last time, or the time before that, or the time before that. Are they going to want to come around again? And on top of that, that's rude. So after you use your altar, do a spell, do a ritual, contact a deity, make sure you wipe it down, make sure you clean it, make sure you use a fresh altar cloth. To make things easier, you can go to a fabric store, get a bunch of pieces of fabric. Every time, you can always be fresh and clean every time you want to contact a deity or work with a spirit. So today I'm talking about Devil's Claw. It looks like this. Devil's Claw. But what it does is it enhances any dark magic you do. So whether you're putting a curse on somebody, or whether you're contacting a demon, any dark magic you do, add this in, it'll enhance it, give it an extra kick. Today I'm going to tell you 2 ways that you can boost the power of your crystals. 1, mix your crystal with a quartz crystal. That'll enhance its power. And 2nd, you can mix them also with cloves. Cloves will boost the power of your crystals. When you read tarot, what you're doing is linking to your subconscious mind and interpreting that way. So one way that you can become more intimate with your tarot deck and have your readings be more accurate is take your deck, of course, carry it around with you, start shuffling, whatever. Put your tarot deck under your pillow, sleep with that. That way, as you sleep, your subconscious mind becomes linked to the deck. So next time you give readings, you'll see that they're a lot more easier, and you'll feel a closeness with your deck. And so I just thought I'd let you know that. When you're doing a spell and you light the candle, let the candle burn completely down. You've done your energy work, you put it out there, but don't interrupt the candle flame. Don't put it out. Don't do anything like that. Don't disturb it. Just let it be. And then when the candle flame burns completely down on its own, then your spell will go into effect. Just to let you know that candle size does matter. So take, for instance, the smaller the candle you use, the longer your spell's gonna last. But if the bigger the candle you use, the longer your spell will last. So just keep that in mind when selecting which candle you want to use for what purpose. A lot of people think they have to wait till the full moon to charge their stones and their crystals. Well, you don't have to. And I'll tell you how you don't have to. As your altar becomes more active, what you could do is take your stones and your crystals and place them on your altar. Because keep in mind that if you're a practitioner and you're very active, then your altar becomes a charging station also. So just place them on there and that'll charge them. As long as you're an active practitioner and your altar is active, which means it makes a bright light on the spirit world, and the spirit world where spirits pass through. That's also a bright light on your altar. So it's charging them at the same time. Two kinds of offerings that a lot of spirits tend to like are whiskey and red wine. So it's always good to have some of that on hand. They really like that. So, it's a good thing as you go about your day, put a little whiskey, or red wine on your altar as offerings as you go about your day. It's just good to have on hand, and the spirits will appreciate that. I'm going to tell you about something that can enhance any aggressive magic. It's called wolf spirit. Wolf spirit. You can take these incense sticks, burn them during any baneful working. It'll enhance it. Or you could take these incense sticks right here, crush them up. Now you got them in powder format. So it's just something you can add to your baneful arsenal. When carrying stones and crystals in your pocket, don't put them in a plastic bag. Reason being is that if they're in a plastic bag, it's going to stop the energetic current from affecting you. So, carry them in something else, carry them just by themselves in your pocket or in something else, other material, but don't put them in a plastic bag. It's good to burn candles often, possibly every day if you have that amount of supply. If not, every other day, whenever, depending on your mood or what situation's going on. Take, for instance, if you want to if you're full of sorrow and you need some uplifting, you might want to just burn a yellow candle. If you need help figuring something out, you can burn just a purple candle if you want to absorb negativity. Burn a black candle if you want to feel refreshed and calm. Burn a light blue candle. But you can just burn candles to affect the mood and alter the atmosphere of your, of where you're at. It's good when you're doing ritual work. Every step that you take in a ritual or a spell that you do, it's good to say, I am doing this, I am doing that, to announce it out loud at your altar space. Because when you do that, it kind of sets things in motion and is sort of like an activation on its own. So just keep that in mind next time you decide to spend some time at your altar and do some kind of work there. When building a crystal grid, what you want to do is you can take the point of the crystal where it's got a point to it, and you can lay it down where you want the energy of that crystal to travel. So if you point it this way, the energy is going to shoot that way. So strategically place the crystals and the points on the crystals where you want the energy to flow. That way you can control the energy flow of your crystal grid. when you're using more than one candle in unison, it's good to make sure that all the candles are the same size. That way the energies are balanced and the spell goes good. If you're having some problems with your energy line, or you're having some problems working with your chakras, or just moving energy up and down your energy line, ask yourself a question. When was the last time that you walked barefoot on the ground? On the grass, on the dirt? If you're like me and you live in the city, it's easy to forget about that. But every now and then I like to take time out, go walk on the grass, on the earth, barefoot. And the earth wants to give you what you need to accomplish what you need to accomplish. You just have to receive it. So magnetic sand is traditionally used to empower your lodestones. Well, once your lodestones have been empowered, what you can do is take that magnetic sand, take some of it off of it, because keep in mind that the magnetic sand has been charged once it's empowered a lodestone. So you could take that magnetic sand and you can add it to a mojo bag. You can add it to some oils. You can add it to whatever spell that you're doing to give it an extra kick. Keep in mind that when you carry around a white quartz in your pocket, it's going to absorb all the negativity that's surrounding you. And over time, you'll realize that the white quartz will kind of have a darker tint to it because of all the negativity that it absorbs. So now you got a white quartz absorbed with negativity, negative energy. Go ahead and use it as you wish. Some people, they talk about how they can't travel. They're holding grounding stones like obsidian, preparing, but they still can't travel. Well, maybe it's because you're still holding on to those grounding stones. You need to let go of them. You got to let go of those grounding stones so that you can take off and travel. So some people, they have questions, but that's their only issue. So just keep that in mind. So one thing that's good to do before you travel is to announce out loud what you want to do. I want to go here. I want to go there. I want to do this. I want to do that. That way, when you start traveling, you're not just floating out there. You're not just floating out there aimlessly. You're actually going to go where you want to go. If you're out and about and your cell phone, the battery on your cell phone tends to go out quick, it may not be the battery sometimes. Sometimes if you're very anxious, got a lot of stress, got a lot in your mind, you could be holding your phone, draining the battery yourself. So just be aware of your energy and how it affects everything. While you're meditating, one good thing to do is you close your eyes. Don't think about anything. Keep your mind blank and focus on your eyelids, because your eyelids is your TV screen. When you turn out the lights at night and you see the weird colors, just colors going by, that's your mind adjusting to seeing the spiritual. So just don't think about anything, concentrate on your eyelids, and just let the spirit world show you what it wants to show you.